morning, everyone, and good morning, Cheryl. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic, thank you. And I have to excuse myself. I don't have my video on because we are en route from Canberra to Sydney, and I have a car jam-packed with little children and fluffy things. We've just stopped at our McDonald's run for breakfast. I was hoping for something a little bit fancier, but I've got outvoted. So excuse
Of
me,
course, you.
everyone. Thanks, Sarah, for setting this all up. And what are we talking about today? When I can put my video on, I will. Just bear with me
I
for a moment.
actually wanted to ask you about your holidays because I know that this is something that you want for yourself in the future. I know that this is a short holiday, but I want to ask you about how you came to decide and how confident were you when you left the building and took off?
And took off, yeah. And this is something that's really, we talk about this for, not just for ourselves, but definitely for our business owners and our clients who have small businesses. One of the challenges, Sarah, like, and you seen this, like, small business owners are literally um live and breathe their businesses.
Yes.
And particularly small businesses that run by themselves, and they're the only one, the CEO in terms of they own the business, but they're also the chief everything officer. It's
Correct.
really hard to take a break.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not healthy for anyone. you know
That's
um
true.
I'm a big believer in balance, not just for myself, but for the team. We talk about this all the time. We talk about this with the team to be able to hold on, everyone's left the car, so I can put my video on now. There we
Awesome.
are. I can take my sunnies off.
Hello there.
Hello. It's a bit cold in Canberra, so we're all rugged up. And so this is I was really, I remember saying to you, I want to take a few days off. But I felt confident in saying that, we've got phones and everything else, and I could see, still check in on everyone. We're using our Slack and things like that. But to be honest, like the last few days, and it's only been we arrived on Sunday, and it's been Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So let's say 3 days of just being away from the business. So not a whole lot. And we've checked in. But the fact is that, you know, I don't think there was much sort of, not that I felt that people were bothering me or anything. I mean, we checked in the mornings and stuff like that. So it really is sort of, it really highlighted to me how important it is for us as a business and for our clients and other small businesses to have backup in terms of a team to begin with, but also having the systems in place to ensure that that team knows what it needs to do when a key person's away.
Correct. And I just also realized, and no, I remember that one of our clients, when we were talking to her, is that she wakes up really early in the morning, maybe 5 or 6. And I know that you do this too.
Yeah.
And you sleep like really late in the night. And so that's why it's very important as well to have someone with you in the business. And, like I said, this is not a very long break, but
No.
the team is constantly working and refining our systems so that you can take a 1 month vacation.
Oh, that would be
Not right
amazing.
now yet. We're gonna miss you so much.
No. And here's the thing, like in my mind as well, like, to a certain extent, like I missed being in touch with the team regularly in that sense as well, because, I like being, knowing what's happening and all of that. But it was really comforting to know that, and I could see things that were still happening, where there were appointments being booked. There's our whole recruitment process was still happening, and conversations with clients were still happening, and our Facebook ads were doing, so things were happening. things were
Mm-hmm.
happening, and it was really nice. And um, Monday itself was, I think I shared as well on the Facebook page that Monday was stressful a little bit because I still was quite involved in work. So just to
Mm-hmm.
let everyone know, so obviously it's school holidays in New South Wales, um, and we want to take the kids to see the snow. It's fake snow, but it's a little bit of snow, and we want to just have a little bit of a takeaway. Sorry, a getaway. Because of isolation and everything else. So, Canberra's not that far away. It's 3 hours, and we said to the kids that was something that we promised to do with them,
Mm-hmm.
and so it was nice to be able to um, do that and still balance a little bit of business and work, but when they needed me to be there, like I was still there. I could still do work at night or
Mm-hmm.
whichever. And Monday was a little bit more stressful because I was on a whole lot of calls, but that wasn't to do with the things that we're doing with your property VA. It was to do with, my
Other things.
projects, other things, and my projects and all. Um, but what I found was yesterday when we were at the snow and there was no reception for a few hours, it was like, wow, I can I can just like enjoy and really be in the moment,
Mm-hmm.
which is really, it's, I said, it's not something that business owners in general allow themselves to do.
Yeah.
So you almost have to force yourself to a certain extent, either force yourself or just have no internet connection, which is
Yes.
wonderful. No
No
internet or
reception.
no reception whatsoever, and you're like, for the first time your phone is just a
Dead.
camera. Yeah,
Yeah.
dad, it's a camera. I mean, we took so many photos and everything, but I didn't have to check anything. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have to check anything, and really was able to be in that moment and be in the present with my kids and my family,
Mm-hmm.
which I have to say, for again, a lot of business owners, that's very rare. So there's a huge amount of value, and I'm so grateful that we've got a team that is, the machine still runs.
Yeah.
Um,
You mentioned earlier that you kind of have that tendency of wanting to have a visual of
mm,
everything that's happening in the business, and
yeah,
I assume that it would have been a bit difficult to quote unquote let go and just
yeah,
step back and
yeah,
relax. And
yes,
how did you
yeah,
come to that point from being, everything that's happening on a day-to-day basis? You talk to each and every one of us daily,
yes, yes.
and then here comes this day that you have to let that go. How was that for you?
Um, it was a bit unnerving. And I could see that everyone was taking a conscious effort to not sort of um do lots of messaging and things like that so that I wouldn't be distracted. And I think that's the thing that I value so much about the sort of team culture as well. This comes down to culture because I know that you guys as a team understand that I need a little bit of a break as well. And for me that was amazing to know that as a as the as the owner, like I've got that support, and that's incredible. And it's the type of support, again, like we strive for our clients, that we strive for all other business owners which is the reason why they get into business, because they want a level of freedom, and they want a level of freedom to choose what they want to do, and a level of freedom to be able to pave their own way. But we find that when we're starting off in business, we're basically almost creating a job for ourselves,
Yes.
and that's not the way it should be. But the truth is, I would not have oh, just give me a moment. I would not have had this opportunity if it wasn't for the team that we have, which
What
is
we do is we have group channels without you, Cheryl.
Yeah, I
So
can understand that. I know, I know
so
that,
that we can
and
talk
that's
about what's
cool.
happening on a daily basis even if you're away, because we don't want those notifications to bug you.
Yeah, and that's like I said, that's a huge relief. Because I can still see, when I sort of check in, when I do, that stuff sort of happens. But I trust that everyone knows what they're meant to do. Everyone's sort of just sort of, doing their thing. Um, and we've got systems in place. That's the
Yes.
important thing. We talk about our systems and the importance of systems, particularly, a very strong system in terms of our, recruitment and bringing clients on board and bringing, new champions on board as well.
Yeah, that's correct.
Um,
And this is also something that we help our clients to achieve as well. We give them, you in particular have strategy sessions with them, ultimately to give them that freedom
mm,
to live their lives the way they choose to. That they don't have to be present every single day in their businesses, right?
yeah, yeah, and that's just, we it takes a while. Part of what we do in our strategy sessions with our clients is really identifying, what is the core, what is the main thing and the vital need, because we'll fix this next advisor. So what is the vital need at the moment to begin with?
Mm-hmm.
And generally, if you look at, the fix this next model, which is based on the business hierarchy of needs, it's that core foundation of, we're going to make sure that we have sales. We're going to make sure that we've got cash flow that's coming in to begin with. Let's focus on that to begin with. And along the way, refine what your systems are, so that no matter it, so it allows your business to scale, but also means that you don't have a single point of failure.
Yeah.
um and that means, if for whatever reason someone leaves, or is on holiday for a long term, that someone else, I mean, more so if someone leaves, that someone else that can come into a business and
Mm-hmm.
look at the systems and processes and go, okay, I know what I need to do. I know what the
Yeah,
steps are. And that,
exactly.
yeah, and that I know, and Sarah, that's the one thing that's fantastic about you. You bring organization to the chaos that's in, that our business started off with. And again, it's what we strive with for all our clients, in terms of, all right, now we've been able to ensure that you've got a good level of income, good level of leads, that cash flow is doing well. Let's work out what are the steps that you're doing in each of your, what is the process that you need to have in place, um, so that you can grow.
Yeah, definitely. Do you want to share with the people who are watching this live on Facebook? I know, like I said several times this morning, that this is a very short break.
Mm,
And I know from, from the meetings that we've had that you want to take a longer one.
yeah.
What is your vision, personal, for yourself? Where do you want to go and what do you want to achieve, say, 5 years maybe at the least down the
at,
line,
at the very least,
in terms
I
of
mean,
taking vacation?
taking a real vacation, and I say it like a real vacation is when, I mean, just for any business, right? To be able to step away from your business and have it still operating and things happening in the background while you're away without breaking, it's sort of like the holy grail. Um, and that would mean as well, and sometimes it's not even just a vacation. Like, sometimes you just need to be able to to step away from the business to clear your mind
Yeah.
as well, so that when you come back, you're like, because we're so sort of, we've got our blinkers on when we're in work mode. um
Yes.
and sometimes you just need to free your brain capacity and energy to be able to absorb more creativity into your sphere.
Hmm.
And having a break from your business allows you to do that. I mean, ideally, if I could, when I can take 2 weeks off, with to take the family somewhere when the borders all open up, or whichever, just like, a little road trip with the kids and everything. 2 weeks off, where, we check in once in a while, or whichever. But it's that, for me, is like that's great. That's
Mm-hmm.
sort of the goal there when the business is still growing organically, business is still growing, and everyone knows, what needs to happen when something is triggered,
Yeah.
right? Like I said, a well-oiled machine. And it allowed, this is the same, the model that we've put in place, and refining, constantly refining, like just any machine.
Absolutely.
You've got to fine tune. Well, we want to be able to lead all our business owners through this same process as well.
Right. So I know that the ladies are watching this live video. So, ladies, our goal is to make sure that soon Cheryl will be able to take a 2 week
I
vacation.
do. Yeah, and maybe that's the thing. That's one of our KPIs for our clients, that they can, are you able to? That might be a little bit of a goal for us. Is, have we allowed, or have we permitted our clients to be able to get to this point of time freedom
Correct.
and the choice to go, yeah, I want to go to wherever and have a break, and step away. And that's the way. And similarly, we say the same thing to our champions, like balance. Make sure you're balancing your life,
Mm-hmm.
um and not wearing yourself out. And when you're on leave, like, enjoy that time.
Be on leave.
Be on leave
Yes.
and enjoy that time, and not worry about what's happening,
Mm-hmm.
because you've got a team to back you up. and
Correct.
and that's super cool. I don't know, Sarah, if you can see any comments on the Facebook page itself.
Oh, let
um
me check that.
and this is Sarah's, I think, first time doing setting up our Facebook live, because I can't do it on my phone because I didn't bring my laptop or anything,
Which is a good thing
which is a good
because you
thing.
were on leave.
However, I've been squinting at my phone for a while, which is not so good. Um, so yeah, if anyone's got any comments, um, feel free.
Just
I'd
let
love
us
to know.
know.
I'd love to know, what, if you're a business owner, what your ultimate goal is. At what point do you feel that you've set? When do you know? So when do you know whether it's being able to take a holiday for 2 weeks, 1 week, or whatever? Share with us as to what that looks like for you. What would you ultimately like to work towards to be able
Mhm.
to get there? Um, I'm just going to say 4 weeks now, Sarah, just to scare all of you. But it could be over Christmas, so Christmas is quiet. Um,
Christmas is quite near.
yeah, it is quite near. Don't remind us of that. It's too close. For business owners out there, what does it look like for you to know that you've got your business to the point where it can run on its own. It's its
Mhm.
own well-oiled machine. And if it's something that you haven't really thought about, like, do think about it. Like, do you really want to, as the business owner, to be the only person that's doing what you're doing? And in some business, that understanding, that you're the one with the expertise and knowledge. But look as well at what else you can have someone else do with you,
Correct.
you know, as your team, to be able to get you scaling and leveraging as well, so that you can really become the real CEO. Like, you think about large organizations and the Microsofts and everything else. The CEOs are not the ones that are necessary. They're the visionaries. They're the
Yes.
ones that sort of set down the foundation as to where the business is going. However, they're not necessarily the ones that are doing the actual legwork all the time, because it's a team effort.
Correct.
It's a team effort. And I couldn't do anything of what we do without the team that we have.
And
I love.
like I always say, when we talk and when we plan and strategize our long-term plans, is that the true measure of a good leader, and as the business owner, you are the leader of this organization,
Yeah.
is how much can you how confident will you to leave this team and that they can operate without you? And the
Yeah.
ultimate test is to make sure that the person left in charge is actually better than you. That makes
Yeah.
you a
Yeah.
great leader.
Yeah. You surround yourself like I mean, there's a great quote. It's exactly around that notion of surround yourself with great people and people who know more than you do, because
Right.
that is what is going to lift your whole organization up. So
Agreed.
yeah, that's fantastic. So I have to run in to go feed my little children and see
You
that they're
feed
not
yourself
having
as well.
nuggets for breakfast. Thank you, Sarah, for the lovely little catch up. Again,
You're
if
welcome.
anyone would like to share their sort of dreams as to what some time off looks like for them and where they'd like to go and all of that, please
Yeah,
leave it in the comments. Thank you, Sarah, and the rest of the team for being amazing as always. I will be
you're
back
welcome.
online proper tomorrow, and we'll be hitting the ground running again.
Awesome. Take care,
Cool. You
Cheryl. See
take
you
care of
soon.
yourself. Ciao. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.